Good morning, students. So, students, what can you see on the screen of your laptop or your mobile phone? Yes, revision. Today we are going to revise whatever things we have learnt earlier, because revision is also very much important before examination, and your half yearly examination is just knocking at your door. So you need to revise all those things that we have learned earlier, and you have already observed the fact that your pre-midterm syllabus, basically pre-midterm grammar syllabus, that has also been added with your half yearly syllabus. So I am going to give you one hint that you can see on the screen. Describe a naming word. I hope you have guessed what we are going to revise today in this video. We are going to revise a topic that will help us to describe a naming word. Naming word means nouns. You can see here some examples for as you can see: good student, naughty boy, clever girl, blue skirt, good friends. Alright, students, so here you will get several naming words or nouns like boy, student, girl, and just before this naming words you will get some describing words, and these describing words are called adjectives. So adjective tells the attribute of a person, place or thing. In other words, adjectives help to modify the noun. Okay, for example, this is a big car. This is not simply a car but a big car. This is a golden key. This is not simply a key but a golden key. Mary is a beautiful lady. Mary is not simply a lady but a beautiful lady. So the words like big, golden and beautiful are adjectives, and which are attributes of certain nouns. Okay, now the uses of adjectives. Adjective is used to take out a specific noun from a group of nouns. For example, here you can see 1, 2, 3, three types of dresses you can see here, and the question is that which shirt do you like most? I like green shirt at number 1. Adjective is also used to compare two or more than two nouns. The spelling of than will be THAN, than. That is bigger ball in comparison with another ball. So these are two usages of adjectives. Now, one more important thing that you need to learn about adjectives, that is the position of adjectives. One is attributive and another position that is called the predicative. Okay, so which one is attributive? The adjective that is used directly before the noun to describe it, that is called attributive adjective. Red apple, directly before the noun, so that's where here red, that is the attributive adjective. Now, which one is predicative adjective? The adjective which is used after the noun to describe it, that is called the predicative adjective. For example, apple is red. Here, apple is red. Red used after the noun to describe it, that's why predicative. Here, now this picture, which one is correct? I hope you have already guessed that what actually we need to revise. Okay, a big white dog or a white big dog. I hope that this is a little bit confusing, right? But don't worry, this is not at all confusing. You will learn it in a better way, and you will revise it in a better way, so that you can easily give the answer that which one is correct. Either a big white dog or a white big dog. Just have a look to the next slides. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun such as a person, place, thing or idea. An adjective can tell or can give you information about the size, shape and color of a person or place or thing or idea. Size, you can see big, huge, large, little, short. Shape, boxy, oval, round, square, triangular. Adjective can also specify the color also. Okay, so now we need to learn the most important thing that is in your syllabus, and that is the order of adjectives. So the general order in which adjectives come before a noun That is the size, number 1, shape 2, and number 3, color. Okay, so huge, oval, green. This is the correct order of or for placing adjectives. Tall, square, yellow. So this one is the correct order for placing or for putting adjectives for class 4. I mean for your class. So the correct order for placing adjectives, you can see size, shape and color. Number 1 size, number 2 shape and number 3 color. Now I am giving you some examples for size. As you can see, huge, big, large, tiny, enormous, little, tall, long, gigantic, etc. For shape, flat, round, square, triangular, rectangular, etc. For color, red, black, pale, bright, faded, shining, yellow, orange, etc. Okay, so this way you can place the adjectives, or this is the general order for placing the adjectives before a noun. Size, shape, color. Now this is page number 35 of your language book. Again I am repeating that this one is page number 35 and you need to do it in your copy. Put the adjectives in the correct order and write the expressions. Number 8, dark, long, room, black, short, cat. And you need to put the adjectives in the correct order, and the correct order you have already understood. Size, shape, color. The next one, 2 number, also the same thing. Use the adjectives given in the brackets in the correct order in each sentence. We met dash puppies in the park. Golden, small. She lost her dash painting book. Yellow, broad, big. So the correct order, which one is the correct order? Size, shape, color. And this is page number 36 of your language book. Here also you need to correct the position of the adjectives in these sentences below. Number 8, my dog, then comma Lola, name of the dog, comma, is white and big. And you need to correct the positions of the adjectives, and the correct position is that adjectives before a noun come in the order of size, shape and color. And some adjectives can be placed before a noun, that is called attributive adjectives, and some adjectives can be placed after a noun, that is called predicative adjectives. Now one more thing we need to revise, and the name of that topic you have to guess or you have to identify by looking at this picture. Here you can see some actions like to cry, to play, to hug, to bath, to climb, to feed, to laugh, to listen, to swing, to give, to drink, to drive, to eat, to jump, to exercise. So all these are, you can see all these words are denoting some actions. So what we are going to revise right now, I hope you have already guessed, we are going to revise something that is related with the actions. Okay, verbs. Yes, we are going to revise the verbs. A verb is a word that shows action. Jumping girl, jump, this is the action. Jumping girl. The baby sleeps. Here the baby sleeps, sleep, this is the action, and this one, this word sleep falls into the category of verb. A man eats a burger, the action of eating a burger. So the word eat denotes the action of eating, and eat, this word belongs to the category of verb. Yes, now what is the main topic? Our main topic is the helping verb. Open page number 38 and look at the chart. Here also you can see the chart of the helping verbs. For be family, am, is, are. For the past form, was, were, being, been, will be. Have family, has, had, having, will have. Do family, does, did, will do. Okay, these are some various forms. In page number 38, you can see the same chart in page number 38. Okay, so what are now the helping verbs? We need to learn that. A helping verb works together with the main verb. Okay, and helping verbs are also called auxiliary verbs. For example, she is leaving. Is, this one is the helping verb, and leaving, main verb. I have finished my homework. Have, helping verb, and finished, this is the main verb. Okay, students? So helping verbs help the main verbs to frame sentences. This way you can understand that which one is the helping verb and which one is the main verb. Always remember that helping verbs help the main verbs in doing their job, or helping verbs help to frame a correct sentence. We should help our parents. Here you can see that one boy, he is helping his father. And the example you can see that we should help our parents. Should, this is modal auxiliary also, and I have already said that helping verbs are called auxiliary verbs also. So should, this one belong to the shall family, and this is helping verb, and help, this one is main verb. Now I am going to show some more examples, some more examples of helping verb and main verb. I am eating my lunch. ED, shortened form of someone's name. Here it is. ED has taken the test. We were talking. Okay, so the verbs written with violet colored, those are helping verb. Am, this one belongs to the B family. Has, have family. And were, also B family. And the words or the verbs written with sky blue color, those are main verbs. Eating, taken, talking. Okay, so I hope now you can differentiate between a helping verb and a main verb. A helping verb helps a main verb, and the helping verb always comes before the main verb. Okay, so now we have revised the positions of adjectives or the order of adjectives, and we have already revised, or we have also revised the helping verbs. Okay, so now you need to do some exercises at home, or you need to solve some exercises at home. So open page number 38 of your language book. There you will get some exercises and you need to solve it. Yes, this is page number 38 of your book. So circle the words that are not helping verbs in each row. One has been done for you. Can, shall, say, will. Here only say. This is the main verb. So this one has been circled. So this way also you need to circle the words that are not helping verbs. Do it in your English language copy. Now 2 number. Underline the helping verbs in the sentences given below. Notice how the helping verbs express past time and present time. Present tense and past tense you have already done. So I hope that this one is not difficult for all of you. So first of all you need to underline the helping verbs. I am visiting my uncle now. Am. So this one you need to underline the helping verb, and as am, past form has not been used, so this one belongs to present time. This way you have to solve this exercise. 2 number and 3 number also. 3 number is nothing, you need to just write PR for present time and PA for past time. When a helping verb is followed by a not, then not can be shortened. Will plus not, won't, had plus not, hadn't, can plus not, can't, have plus not, haven't. So this is page number 39, and read the puzzles and the answers given below as you read and circle the helping verbs. Then this one is page number 40. You can clearly see this one is page number 40 of your English language book. Here you need to rewrite these sentences using the shortened forms of not with the helping verbs. First one I am doing for you. We should not shout in the class or in class, but we can shout at the picnic. So should not. This one you can write like that. We shouldn't. My aunt could not play Chinese checkers. This one my aunt couldn't. So page number 40, this one also you need to do it in your copy. So thank you very much to all of you. Please solve the exercises and revise the pre-midterm English language syllabus also. Thank you very much. Have a great day.